The National Electrical Code, specifically Section 300.3b, addresses the mixing of different electrical systems. It states that conductors of different systems are only permitted to run in the same raceway, cable, box, or enclosure when the code explicitly allows it. This means that, in general, mixing low voltage and line voltage wiring in the same enclosure is not permitted unless a specific exception exists. Furthermore, National Electrical Code Section 820.22. These specifically prohibits the installation of burglar alarm wiring and equipment in any raceway, cable, box, or enclosure that contains electric light, power, or Class 1 communications circuits. This reinforces the separation requirement between low-voltage alarm systems and line-voltage systems. One potential issue is harmonics, which are electrical distortions caused by nonlinear loads. Alarm systems can act as nonlinear loads and generate harmonics. If low-voltage and line-voltage wires are run in close proximity, these harmonics can interfere with the line-voltage circuits, potentially causing malfunctions or other problems. Low-voltage wires can act as antennas picking up electromagnetic interference from line-voltage wires. This electromagnetic interference can cause false alarms or other operational issues in the alarm system. In addition, line-voltage wires can induce voltage into low-voltage wires. This induced voltage can affect the operation of the alarm system, potentially causing it to malfunction or provide inaccurate readings. To avoid these potential hazards, it is best practice to keep low voltage and line voltage wires physically separate. There are several ways to achieve this. Firstly, install low voltage wires in separate conduits or raceways. This provides a physical barrier between the two types of wiring, preventing interference and reducing the risk of accidental contacts. Secondly, using shielded low-voltage cables can further reduce the risk of electromagnetic interference. The shielding helps to block external electromagnetic fields from affecting the signal carried by the low-voltage wires. Thirdly, maintain a minimum separation distance between low-voltage and line-voltage wires. While the specific distance may vary depending on local codes and the specific application, maintaining a reasonable separation helps to reduce the potential for interference. If low voltage and line voltage wires are mixed, several negative consequences can occur. Firstly, there are code violations, which can result in fines, rework, and potential legal issues. Secondly, false alarms in the alarm system are possible, which can be disruptive and erode confidence in the system. Thirdly, interference with other electrical devices is a concern, potentially causing malfunctions or unreliable operation. Finally, electrical shock or fire hazards could become a reality, especially if the insulation on either the low voltage or line voltage wires is damaged or compromised. For example, imagine a scenario where a 120 volts wire and a low voltage alarm wire are running through the same hole in a stud. Over time, the insulation on the 120 volts wire could become worn or damaged due to vibration or abrasion. If the bare 120 volts wire comes into contact with the low voltage alarm wire, it could energize the alarm system with 120 volts. This could damage the alarm system, create a shock hazard for anyone who comes into contact with the system, or even start a fire. Another scenario could involve running a 277 volts lighting circuit and a low voltage data cable in the same conduit. The electromagnetic field generated by the 277 volt circuit could induce a voltage into the data cable, corrupting the data signal and causing communication errors. This could lead to malfunctions in the equipment connected to the data cable, such as security cameras or access control systems. In addition to the safety and performance issues, mixing low voltage and line voltage wiring can also make troubleshooting and maintenance more difficult. If a problem arises, it can be harder to isolate the cause if the wiring is not properly separated and labeled. Furthermore, mixing wiring can create confusion for future technicians or electricians who may need to work on the system. To ensure safe and reliable operation of both line voltage and low voltage systems, it is essential to follow best practices for wiring installation, including maintaining separation and using appropriate wiring methods and materials. Remember to always consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector if you have any questions or concerns about wiring installations.